Meet Maikeru, my brand new main account. After getting an infernal cape on my group Iron Man, then escaping a 2,000 hour death chunk to then be thrown into another one straight after on my Extreme 1 chunk Iron Man, I have now decided to up the ante and... nah, I'm just kidding. I've never played a main account on old school ever before, so that's what I want to do. No up in the ante, no playing some crazy game mode yet. I just want to play a main account and have some fun. If you don't know who I am, I came over to old school RuneScape from being a full-time creator on RuneScape 3 a little under 2 years ago now. And I think it's about time that I progressed the main to partake in new content and releases like the most recent boss release, Yammer, that would have been fun to play on a main account. Or even get to a point where I can buy the new things that come out and test them, etc. It would just be really nice to partake in that side of the game, not just being confined in Camelot and surrounding chunks. I've never experienced the game with the Grand Exchange before, so it should be a fun change of pace for me, and I wanted to take you guys along with me for the ride. Playing the video game as it was intended. Crazy, right? So without further ado, let's get into making a solid main, shall we? I figured I'd start out the account by just doing a little bit of woodcutting and embracing forestry. Those early levels from forestry events just feel illegal. The amount of XP you get from forestry is nuts. And I figured I might go to Wintertodt to get some starting GP on this account. I know it's like an Iron Man route to do that for supplies, but I figured if I could sell those supplies, I could get a little bit of starting cash to then use for whatever I need, prayer and some questing items, all of that jazz. There is 41 woodcutting. I have unlocked a rune axe. It feels good, man. So in order to get the money for the rune axe, I could buy one right now from my stronghold of security money. But I figured I'd do a little bit of flax to bowstring because I need the crafting levels for quests that I want to do anyway, and I can get some starting GP and embrace Mainscape and just go back to my childhood where I turned flax into bowstrings like a bot, so should be good fun. To get the level 4 flax, I had to do the good old murder mystery quest to get the starting crafting XP to go over level 10, and it got me to level 11, so now I can do my bowstrings. I know stuff like flax to bowstrings might not be the best moneymaker in the game, but I'm kind of just winging this account. I'm not going to follow any guides or anything like that. I'm just going to do what I find enjoyable and just have fun being a main. So this is me having fun, even if it doesn't seem like it. With 400 bowstring made and sold, there is 40k GP. That's quite nice to get some starting cash for sure. Okay, I don't know whether this is like 5-head or absolutely crazy, but I'm picking up the ashes from the logs that I'm burning because ashes are worth more than the logs. And I can sell the ashes for profit, and I'm actually making money by fire making. I know I probably could make money quicker elsewhere and then spend it on logs and forget about ashes, but it's just funny how I can turn a log into ash and then the ash sells for more. That's just so satisfying. Zamorak Mix 2? Give me that. Yo, apparently this is 12k. Let's see how much it sells for. 12,380 coins from someone just dropping stuff on the floor. I definitely need to hang around the GE more then, because that obviously is nothing to many people, but to me, that's a lot of money. I also sold the excess ashes that I've been picking up for 14k as well, and I got my money back that I spent on some logs. And picking up items off of the floor gave me an idea. I got the X marks the spot quest done. I know that I don't need to do this to get to Port Piscarelius, but I figured why not get the quest done while I'm here? And now I'm going to head to Port Piscarelius and run over to Krend Castle, and I'm going to see if I can embrace Mainscape and loot Necreals. This guy's been barraging Necreals, and I mean, I used to do it on my Iron Man, like the low items, like Adamant Kite Shields and Adamant Battle Axes and stuff, you just didn't care about. They weren't worth alking or worth your time, so you just leave them on the floor. That's what this guy's done, and I get to loot them. That's quite satisfying. I also looted a bunch of ashes as well, and they're worth money, so I figured I'd just wait around here, see if I could loot some items and just make some money from this. Really embracing Mainscape, right? I'm someone who doesn't like standing there and doing nothing though, so I figured I'd make use out of my time. I just quickly popped to the GE and bought some arrow shafts and feathers, so I can make headless arrows, get some fletching XP ready for Wintertodt, so I get more fletching XP if I do fletch there, and make a little bit of money from the headless arrows while waiting for loot to drop on the floor and become visible to me. One thing that I will say though is I'm not going to just instantly pick up loot as soon as it's visible to me. I'm only going to pick up loot if I know that they're not going to pick it up. So when the timer goes down to like 20 seconds left, they're clearly not going to pick it up before it despawns, and then I'll pick it up. I'm not trying to steal people's loot, I'm just looking to take the loot that they don't want. Yo, no way, this guy left a rune axe on the floor. That's so sick. I got a rune axe ready for when I woodcut again, because I'm 41 now, and I didn't even need to buy it, dude. That's insane. That's so good. There's this Ultimate Iron Man that's been doing neck reels and just leaving absolutely everything on the floor, and I've got like rune square shields and everything from this guy. He just doesn't loot them. I guess he's a super progressed Ultimate Iron Man and it's not worth the inventory space or something, and obviously he doesn't bring Alks because he's on Ancients, and you only have a limited amount with like your Explorer's Ring and stuff, right? So I guess he just can't carry them, so I get to take them, and that's awesome. This is like the perfect situation for me. Look at my inventory, boys. Big shout out to Ultimate Iron Man Soyas. This guy is a legend. I am so happy. That's so much money in my inventory right here. It's going to kickstart my account so well. I'd like to quickly speak about Apex gaming PCs. Apex offers tons of pre-built or custom-built gaming PCs for you to choose from, and now would be a better time than ever to look into a new beefy built PC, as pre-builts are a lot more affordable than they used to be, that's for sure. That's one of the reasons why I personally purchase pre-built systems nowadays, and also I don't have to go ahead and assemble everything myself, and I can just leave it to the experts like Apex to do that stuff for me at an affordable price tag. Speaking about affordable, no matter what your budget is, there would be a PC fit for you in the wide range of builds that Apex offers, and they even offer them at a 0% APR finance plan, so you can pay it off in interest-free installments as well. If you're interested in checking out Apex and their systems, click the link in the description or pinned comment to this video, and don't forget to use my 5% discount code Maikeru when you purchase an Apex gaming PC to get extra money off, even on top of ongoing promotional offers. I have sold all of my loot on the GE except for one rune axe, which I've kept in the bank because obviously I want that. 193k, bro. I've also kept some root boots in my inventory, and I'm going to use those when I get 40 defense. So, I mean, we're a happy boy. I've also got 7,000 headless arrows, which I made at the same time for future fletching gains, I guess. There we are, 50 fire making. I can now go to Wintertodt. I won't be there for long, and I won't include a bunch of footage because I know everyone and their nan does it. I just wanted to have some fun on this account. I got all of my warm clothing, and I've teleported straight to Wintertodt with my good old games necklace, and now it's time to start gaming. I told you I wasn't going to show you all of the boring stuff. There's 80 fire making. I've spent like 2 days here, and I'm done. That is it. I'm going to go collect all of my loot. I haven't collected any of it yet. I want to see how much GP I make, and potentially if I can spoon something really cool like the Phoenix pet. This is pretty cool. They've updated Wintertodt a bunch, and one of the updates was that you can search a rewards cart now instead of going and having to open up a bunch of crates that you've stored in your bank. So it doesn't take up a bunch of bank space, and it's just like Temporis and stuff now, and I love that. Got my first of many burnt pages right there. You love to see it. Get some cloggers. My first piece of the outfit with warm gloves coming in as well. I know that's like the most common one, I think, so we'll probably get multiple of those. Speaking of multiple of those, there it is. It's so nice doing big searches on the reward cart as well. It makes looting it so much quicker. And there's Pyromancer's garb as well, and more gloves. Okay. Right towards the end of my searches, and I got a Bruma torch, which is not bad. That's like one of the best things to get because it counts as a light source that can't be extinguished, and I enjoy that for questing. I honestly didn't get super lucky at all, but I got a bunch of supplies I can sell for GP, and honestly, I still got 3 pieces of the Pyromancer's gear for when I come back here sometime. I'm a happy boy. In terms of how much GP I made, G value-wise is 604k, including 180k in cash, and the burnt pages will definitely sell. So I've got a lot of money in supplies here. Hopefully I can use that alongside the money I got from looting Necreals to buy whatever I need. 43 prayer is on the agenda. Stamina pots for questing, you know, stuff like that. I'm going to really mainscape it up. It's going to be great. Obviously, the first quest that I do on this account is the classic waterfall. Get that 30 attack and 30 strength straight away out of there. Lovely. Then I helped some little people with a tree, and I got Tree Gnome Village done. Another big amount of attack XP there, 36 coming in. I helped some squire about a sword, and managed to get 29 smithing. I'm going to do all of the iconic quests, but I'm not going to dilly-dally. I'm just going to power through them so you guys don't have to worry about me ranting on about quests. Before going and doing other quests, I wanted to get 43 prayer, because that will help me so much in the long run. I decided on worm bones as they're a bit cheaper than dragon bones. Obviously, I just resized my interface so I could move my inventory right above the altar. We all know this. I'm not going to go into details. I just had fun doing prayer. I was a low level, so even when some PKers turned up, they couldn't attack me, which was nice because a lot of PKers were around the 80s, 90s. And I only saw 2, and they were both too high to kill me, so we love that. And there is 43 prayer. I have all the protect prayers going into questing now. Fight arena completed, even more attack XP, and I can now wear rune weapons without even training attack, which is lovely. I also got some thieving levels there. One of those classic quests done of tourist traps, so I can get that early agility levels to then be able to go do Grand Tree. So obviously the next quest was the Grand Tree. There is level 32 agility from that now, and I also got some more attack and magic XP. Dude, the amount of combat levels and stuff you get for these early quests just feels so satisfying. Speaking of satisfying quests, Witch's House done for that HP XP dopamine. There is 25 HP. For Monkey Madness, I figured I'd do the cheeky let the gnomes kill the demon all the way down and then just go in for one hit, and that makes life a lot easier. Got the demon killed and got the quest complete. Obviously a dragon scimitar's nice, but I don't really care about that too much on a main account when I can buy like really strong weapons soon after, so I won't be using it for very long. But one thing that I do really want from it is the training XP. So I can put the training XP into strength and stamina, and I get over 60 levels, bro. I got 33 defense, bunch of strength, attack, and HP levels. Oh my goodness. You love to see it. The dopamine from a new account is just so satisfying. Then I wanted to do Holy Grail, so I got Merlin's Crystal done before it, and then Holy Grail obviously after it, and that is a bunch of defense XP, managing to get to 39 now. Got Elemental Workshop done for some smithing and crafting XP, and then Elemental Workshop 2 done for even more smithing and crafting XP. I needed the crafting XP for Lost City, so yep, got Lost City done. So I can wear a DDS, which will be really useful. Plus, I mean, access to Xanaris is good. It feels so satisfying on a main, just being able to do stuff like buy a rune scimitar from the GE. I don't have to farm for it or whatever. I can just buy it, be happy. They only cost 15k. Wear that bad boy, hello. And time to go slay a dragon. Elvarg down, time to rip his head off and take it to Ozak. 45 strength, 43 defense. I can wear a rune now, so time to go buy a full rune, I guess. I'm definitely going to be abusing sand crabs in this first episode. I will probably use stuff like Nightmare Zone and Slayer to train later on. But for now, sand crabs will do the job. I want to go ahead and just train up so I can, you know, wear the Dragon Scimitar, get 65 attack, 65 strength, so I can go into the Warriors Guild and get a Dragon Defender, all of that jazz. There is 60 attack. Time to go grab that Dragon Scimitar then. Oh, look at that. I have used all of my money now though, so I am a poor boy, but I look awesome. The classic sand crab experience. There's a bot here that's just wearing monk's robes with like no defense, just dying to sand crabs in the 4 spot because he wants to stand in the 4 spot for some reason, even though he can't kill 4. And every time his HP gets super low, he'll eat. But it makes it funnier because as soon as they run out of food, they don't even retreat. They just die. They just can't eat, so they die, and then they come back a bit later. So it's just fun watching this bot die. It doesn't really ruin my XP. It ruins my AFK, but I can get just as much XP because he doesn't do any damage, really. Wait for him to die and then just AFK again. 65 strength coming in. 65 attack as well now, and we have access to the Warriors Guild. There's one more thing I want to do before I go and get my Defender, and that's go ahead and do Frenetic Trials. It turns out that cut sapphires are worth a little bit more than uncut sapphires. They're literally 1 GP more after tax, which is crazy to me. So I can cut sapphires for pure profit and then go ahead and get all of the crafting XP I need. Okay, sign me up. Thanks, Runescape. Level 40 crafting coming in, and that was the requirement I needed for Frenetic Trials, so I can go get a Zerka Helm. Frenetic Trials done, 2.8k XP and so many different skills. Look at me, boys. Oh, we're really coming along already, and I haven't even had this account for too long. I'm just going to kill these animated armors, you know how it goes, get some tokens, then go kill Cyclopses and get my defenders. First collection log of many, there is a bronze defender. Dude, that's crazy. I got a curved bone. That's a 1 in 5k drop. I'm only on a mithril defender, but I can get a curved bone. That's so cool. Rune Defender. We are done up here, but we do need to go downstairs to get the dragon one. Just going to use prayer on these Cyclopses. I still have some prayer pots left over when I bought a bunch for questing. So I should be able to make my money back with drops from these and maybe even profit, so it shouldn't be too bad. Rune Medhelm on the floor, look at that. That's the biggest drop I've got myself and haven't taken from someone else who didn't want it. I'll take it, 11k. Hey, Dragon Defender. Such a satisfying one. I'm only 58 defense though from this grind, so I need 2 more levels to be able to wear the Dragon Defender. So next time I go on a leveling spree for combat, I'll just get 60 defense first. I sold all the stuff I picked up from Cyclopses, except for my black knives, which I want to keep. And I got 156k back, so really not that bad. Restless Ghost done. Nature Spirit done. Fairy Tale, that was the one I wanted to get done, but obviously I had to do the other 2 first. I get my magic secateurs and a bunch of farming XP to start out farming. I'm going to do a couple of farm runs to start out, and then when I'm 20 farming, I can do Garden of Death, which will get me a nice boost to farming to then start up runs of like Ranar and stuff for GP. I saw that the mithril seeds in my bank from the Waterfall quest were actually worth a lot of money. Obviously PK has used them and stuff, but yeah, I got 75k from just selling those. That's amazing. One thing I wanted to give a try was Revenants. I've heard Revenants are really good money without like any requirements really. You can just like 1 item them and stuff. So I headed over to the Revenant cave and gave it a try. The Imps, pretty good to kill, very easy, very nice, consistent money, but then when I tried to kill higher tier stuff like the Pyre Fiend, they just regen a lot because I don't hit quite hard enough. So I think I'll come back here in the future with range or something and just, you know, blitz through them that way. I just don't think I'm quite ready enough to do the good old Revenants for money, but definitely a money maker in the future for sure. After doing the Imps for a little bit, because I wanted to at least make my entry fee back, I managed to get 250k in a loot tab, so there's a decent amount of money and we will take that for sure. Got Garden of Death done for that boost to farming, and now I can do proper farm runs for GP by planting the good old Ranars. Another moneymaker that I wanted to try that apparently was a lot of GP was buying iron ore and coal from this guy in Blast Furnace. But the issue with this is there's bots in like every world buying up everything, so you can never really get stock, and if you do, it's a stock of like 20 that's just been restocked and that's it. So yes, it's a lot of money in theory, but in reality you're not making anything because you're hopping a million times to find 1 stock of like 20 iron. I did sell the iron and coal that I bought though, and I made like 40k profit, which is not bad. Using some of my money, I invested in splashes, so I could splash on this little Monk of Zamorak behind the Varrock Castle. I've done this as a kid so much. There's 40 mage. I can now teleport to house, so I have a plan. I'm going to go ahead, buy 1,000 lore runes, 1,000 earth runes, and 1,000 soft clay. With this, I'm going to make teleport to house tabs, make some money, and also level up my magic at the same time so I can unlock high alch to then maybe make some more money with that. I figured I might as well train my mage and make money at the same time, rather than just losing money training mage. Using other people's houses in World 330 is awesome. I can just AFK this lectern for a bunch of XP and make a ton of money. Then whenever my herbs are ready, I'll do herb runs in between and make even more money with that. That's the plan moving forward. 55 magic and a bunch of farming XP and GP. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I can also abuse people's houses in World 330 for farm runs. They have all of the good farming teleports. Obviously, I can't do every patch right now, but it teleports me to all of the good ones, really, that I can do, and I'm super happy. Managed to make just under 300k from selling 1,000 teleport to house tabs, and it took me about an hour to make them. So that's about 300k GP an hour. If I slow sell them, I'll be able to make even more, so I'm happy with that. That's a decent amount of money per hour while leveling up my mage at a decent speed. It's like 30k experience an hour at this level. Not that bad. It feels so satisfying doing proper farm runs of Ranars, man. Ugh. It gives a lot of XP, and then the best thing about it is I can buy Ultra Compost and all of that right now, so my Ranars don't really die, and I make a ton of money. In one run right here, I spent just under 100k for the seeds, and I made over 200k in Ranars. I'm also farming strawberries for XP and a little tiny bit more money, so every run I'm making like 120k profit, which is pretty cool. With a little bit of the crazy animation for making the tabs, there is 54 magic, one level away from high alch. I've been making some serious GP from farming and these tabs. I'm at 1.8 million in my cash stack, and I've still got soft clay and law runes spare. So now it was time to buy the good old Abyssal Whip. Oh, that's so satisfying to have a whip already. I don't have to farm out 85 Slayer for it, etc. I have a whip, and I've only had this account for like a week. So good. Another thing that I should have bought ages ago is a Dust Battle Staff. Then I don't even have to bring Earth Runes, and it saves me an inventory slot and saves me money making the house tabs. I always forget, like, these are really hard to get on an Iron Man, right? So it just bypasses my brain sometimes that I can get it on a main. 55 magic and high alchemy coming in. If you guys have any uses of high alchemy for money making, and you have like a good item to buy in bulk and alch for magic XP and money, do let me know in the comments down below, because in next episode I want to train up my magic a bit, because I want to do some bosses like the Royal Titans and stuff, because I actually haven't done those yet, and I thought it would be quite fun to do on this account, but I would need to get a couple of different styles leveled up, so I'm going to need to level up my range and my magic, and high alch could be a good way to do my magic. Also, if you made it this far into the video, do consider clicking that subscribe button, because I am under 3,000 people away from the silver play button, which has always been like such a dream to me. So, you know, if you aren't subscribed and you want to help a brother out, please consider doing so. Thank you so much. Level 40 farming coming in. Farming is literally the best skill in the game. I'm loving this. I just got 14 Ranars from one harvest. The seed cost me 24k and I made 89k back. Around 65k profit for one seed. That's bonkers, man. Selling the last of my house tabs and some more farmed herbs. Look at that. That is 1.2 million GP with an Abyssal Whip as well. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple of extra items that will help me with my melee setup. Dragon boots, so satisfying to buy, and some dragon plate legs just because they look cooler than rune. They're not that big of an upgrade, but they got swag, don't they? So we're going for those dragon plate legs as well. And now we just need to get 60 defense to wear all of those items. And then 70 attack for the whip, obviously. So you know where I'm going. I'm going to sand crabs. 60 defense right there, so I can equip these bad boys, and now I look even more like a mainscaper. I'm feeling good about this account. Started to farm Toadflax instead of Ranars now. They're a little bit more farming XP, plus the profit is not that much different. And if a seed does unfortunately die, I only lose 1k for a Toadflax seed. I would lose 24k for a Ranar seed, so it's also a little less risky, and I quite like that. 70 attack from AFK and these little crabbies. Look at that whip, man. Oh, it's so good. I do love sand crabs a lot as well, because I can AFK them on mobile while on my daily walks, and also when I'm at the gym and stuff. It's so satisfying to get RuneScape gains and real life gains. Something that I'm going to do passively over time whenever I feel like it is agility. I want to get graceful on this account at some point. I'm not in a super rush to get it, but I thought whenever I feel like I'm in an agility mood, which isn't often, I'm just going to do some agility and get some marks of grace. Level 40 agility coming in for the Canopus course, so now I can efficiently get marks of grace. I got a little bit bored of agility, so it was time to do some more quests and start up range. So I did Horror from the Deep to start up range to get level 20 off the bat, which is really nice. It also gave me access to a god book, which is useful for range accuracy and stuff in your offhand, so figured I'd grab the Zami one. Filled up the Zami book, super cheap to do, and I bought a bunch of range items. I spent probably more than I should have on a Robin Hood hat for swag. I just want to wear it for a little while, just for the nostalgia of a Robin Hood hat, because I loved that as a kid. And then I bought a bunch of Dragonhide and darts, so you know where I'm going. We're going back to the Krabby Boys. I am gonna need to go and get Animal Magnetism done at some point though, and I haven't done any Slayer, and it has a Slayer requirement, so I think I'll just go on a questing spree to get the Slayer level and then get Animal Mag done at 30 range, so then I can not have to worry about picking up all of my darts. I know darts aren't worth much money and I don't have to pick them up because I'm a main, but my OCD just tilts me if I see like 50 darts on the floor. I just have to pick them up before they despawn. Level 30 range. Okay, that's it. Animal Mag time. I figured I'd do the Varric Museum quiz for some starting Slayer XP as well. It also gets me 9 Hunter, right? And I forgot how OP Runelight is for the Varric Museum quiz, just highlighting every correct answer. Just so easy, man. Runelight makes questing and all of this jazz so good. There is 9 Slayer and 9 Hunter, the classic. I got Portion of Interest done as well. It gives me some Slayer points and a bit of Slayer XP. And these awesome looking goggles. Now it was time to work towards Wanted for the last of my Slayer XP, so I got Rune Mysteries done, Goblin Diplomacy, Lost Tribe, Druidic Ritual, which also started Herblore, Black Knight's Fortress, Recruitment Drive, which got me to 10 Herblore as well, which is always nice, and Wanted. It also gives me access to Proselyte, which is really useful for the future for, you know, prayer bonus melee armor, so I'm happy with that. Wanted to get that done for that as well. Get it wanted to get... Oh, yeah, moving on. There is 23 Slayer. Ernest the Chicken was the last quest required for Animal Magnetism, and there is Animal Magnetism done as well. I have the Attractor. I can upgrade that to an Accumulator at 50 range, so now we can AFK crabs in style. There's also 25 Slayer. 40 range coming in, and I can wear my Robin Hood hat. Look at that. Oh, I look like an absolute Chad now. I just feel so happy. The child inside me is so satisfied, even though I'm going to replace the Robin Hood hat before I know it. Look at it. It's so sick. I was AFKing so hard I missed 60 range, but I can wear the red dragon hide and I'm looking stylish. Probably going to get 70 range and then 70 defense and then maybe go for a fire cape or something. Time to swap from Toadflax to Avanto. They're pretty much the exact same profit margins, but Avanto will give me more XP, so might as well use that instead. And I get to sell nearly 400 Toadflax. That's a lot of money sitting there. 1.2 mil. I'm going to be over 2 mil cash after this. Farming is so nice for the cash stack. There it is. We're still selling our Limpwort roots and buying a bunch of Avanto seeds. I'm slow selling everything now to get as much money from things as possible. And obviously I'm slow buying as well to get things as cheap as possible. And I'm at over 2 million GP with a decent setup for all of my styles at the moment. I'm pretty happy with this. It's 3 AM and one thing I wanted to do quickly before I slept was the dig site quest. Turns out it wasn't so quickly. I'm digging in this stupid place to get the talisman, but as you can see in my chat, I've dug over 70 times now and I still don't have it. It's taking so long. I finally got it! Oh my, there it is, the talisman. Ah man, that took way too long. 105 digs. Yeah, just wanted to do that before bed, you know. I did get the quest done though. There is dig site complete, bunch of mining and herblore XP as well, and now I can get Bon Voyage done so I can start up birdhouse runs, which I should have been doing a long time ago. Bon Voyage done, and time to start birdhouses. Time to fill this birdhouse up with seeds and then help out Stepbird, I guess? I've never understood why they've done it like that, but okay. Haven't shown any farm runs for a little while. I have been doing them religiously and there is 59 farming. I love farming so much. definitely should have been doing birdhouses way long ago. The Hunter XP is nuts. I get bird nests, which are really, really good GP. And yeah, I should have done this earlier, but I'm happy I'm doing it now. And I can do oak birdhouses now. That will be where I end episode 1. I do want to do a decent amount of money making in the next episode now that my stats are at a pretty good level. So do let me know in the comments down below if you have any ideas for money makers in the future. And as you can see on screen, these are the gains that I got. I've spent around 115 hours on the account so far, completed 36 quests, got some combat tasks done even, and achievement diaries just from doing normal things, some cloggers, and my bank is over 7 mil alongside 964 total level. I'm pretty happy with this start and I'm really enjoying the main account, so hopefully you guys are enjoying watching the progression. I'm really excited to just make GP and record the progression of my bank getting bigger. It should be really, really fun and hopefully you guys have fun watching. And obviously it will open up the pathway in the future for me to do any type of content I want once I get a very good main. And don't worry, I'm still playing the Extreme 1 Chunk Iron Man on the side. I'm just feeding that nature rune chest right now. And thank you so much to the channel members as always. You guys help me do this full time. If you did want to go above and beyond to support, then you can become a channel member for as little as £1 and it would help me out greatly. Obviously, just watching helps out so much anyway. And thank you so much, and until next time, see ya.